It's all on the line. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go. It's Super Bowl 59. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season in Oklahoma.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good, and once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And unable to get downhill there, so take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Matt Wilson. And he will bring it back. Interception return. What a moment for him. A pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison with the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. And he will make it to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, we dominated.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But it really helps you get back in sync as a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you're into the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Open man has got it. The tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. You thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. second down. Here's Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good position to be in here, second and inches. Hurts. Falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll try to run forward Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. He had to knock the ball to the post.
I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU and Zach Wilson.
He's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell, able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the need.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. There's Wilson. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive of 4 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, but their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Right over the receiver, complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Touchdown. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 4. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in.
On 1st first down. Mitchell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Wilson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it. For these situations, first down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he'll dump this up to his running back, McCaffrey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Wilson. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. That's going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Again, Wilson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown. And multiple hands down, so let's sort this out. They want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Wow.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once. Well, he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. We'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 39, Hurts. Now Brown lost the football. And the Eagle Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
This is unbelievable.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. I'm not sure why in the world you do that, but that is a touchdown. Their second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Tyreek Hill set to return it. A good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Boy, that conversion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
On first down, Wilson. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. A broken tackle there, but not a ton to show for it. Tackled just on the other side of midfield. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson catches Mooney. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So it's halftime here on Sports Grandness Stage in the the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end. And now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And able to get this out to the 25. The Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid round of football, and they can do exactly that.
The running play there going to get 11 as they get a quick first down.
You ain't going to burn me.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. This is McCaffrey on the give. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a give, right side. It's Gardner. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Second and 11. Here's Wilson. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. On third down, Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Wilson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Colts will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And I don't know what more they need to see of him than what we're going to see in this player montage. He's been great. Why aren't they winning this game, I guess, is the question.
It is a good question, isn't it? Remember the time we spent with them in practice beforehand and had that little twinkle in his eye where he thought, hey, we can get some bombs in this game. We can get deep, and that's exactly what's going on. But I don't think he thought if they could do that they'd be on the losing end.
They might need more of this air raid attack.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown. A.J. Brown. 67 yards. And the Eagles are back within a score. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track sneakers? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm the defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll start with the option.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, caught by Garrett, the tight end. In the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. They're going to look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for Colts TD. Short throw pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much, Leslie?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Hurts. This is Smith with a run. All the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Philly.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts steps away. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half. No quitting him.
0.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on first and goal, so now it's second down. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Back to throw here. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone. And already we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So this drive spans 7 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. They're going to think better bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again, and the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And what do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing, slant, consider safe.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And across the midfield, straight into Eagle territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Throwing now is Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Bronson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The Eagles will take their third timeout. Second down now. It's Mitchell. And he takes this one in for the Colts touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Colts are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily there.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. First down, Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. To throw again on second down. Hurts firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On first and 10, it's Hurts. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Hurts with the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The Eagles push them to the line, clock rolling. After the sack on first down, Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Well, now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Stidham's going to set up to throw this. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now Stidham off play action. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover. But it will probably matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in Indianapolis. The Colts are the Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever...